What's up YouTube, Anthony Olan here, and let's address the elephant in the room for my returning subscribers, my longtime viewers. Yes, these glasses are real and prescription. It's the way it is. But moving on, I have a product review for you guys. What? A product review from me? First time in a long time, yes. And of course, this product did come out last year, and it was sold out when it was released, and you saw it in the thumbnail, you see it in the title, the wireless headset from Microsoft for the Xbox Series S and X. I've been using it for a couple of days or so, and I do have some thoughts, mostly positive, a couple of negatives. So we're going to talk about those in this video, and we're going to compare this headset to a couple of others that I have here, just to have a bit of reference for what you're getting with these compared to what you're getting with another headset. Let's just jump right into this review. Play the intro. So I'm going to be comparing the wireless Microsoft headset to two other ones. That of course is the Sony Post 3D headphones for the PS5 and Beats Studio 3. And I'm going to go over various different features. I'm going to start with the pricing right away. This full price is about over $300, whereas both the PS5 headset and the Xbox Series S and X headset is $100. So if you see any reviewer who talks about these and they say that the sound is not good for certain things, like for music for example, and it just sounds kind of like limited or whatever they say about the sound, those reviewers need to shut the hell up, because you're not going to get the same quality as something like this, of course. But you are going to get really damn good quality audio with those headphones, and that's both gaming and music, and I'll go into that in a bit later on in the review. So right off the bat, of course, this is going to be the premium for just listening to whatever you want to listen to, and maybe gaming. You know, people like Dashi do use Beats for his gaming. I personally do not like to use that for gaming. I did at the time when I didn't have the Xbox headset, so I just used this for my self-use with my phone. You know, they have Apple automatic connect, like AirPods basically, so that's why I use it for that, or for video editing on my computer I use this to video edit. So the main comparison would be between the Sony one for the Xbox One, and I could say right off the beginning, very positive is that these do not need some kind of USB dongle to connect like the PS5 ones do. These you cannot connect without the USB dongle, and it's kind of a pain. Now in terms of mic quality, I have used this in a party chat, and I've heard the mic quality was pretty good. This one, of course, you do have that built-in mic, the shotgun mic, I guess they call it. And I have a couple of things to talk about with this mic that I'll get into in a bit. But aside from that, of course, this has a really interesting design, and of course, it is the two different colors, the black one, and then they have the white one, the white and black one. I was hoping that they would release other colors to match their faceplates. My faceplate is the blue one, as you've probably seen in my unboxing video. It'll be cool to match this with the faceplate and the controller, whereas the Xbox is just the black and green, and I like it. It works with what I have here, so I think it works great with the color of, you know, the design of the headset. Now, in terms of connectivity, very simple. You press the power button for a couple seconds, it'll power on, it'll connect to your Xbox, and you're good to go. PlayStation, similar thing. You plug in the dongle, turn it on, good to go. In terms of buttons and controls, I would say this one, while it does have more buttons, it sometimes is a pain to know which one you're actually pressing until you memorize it. Whereas this one is just the two different wheels you have to turn. This one controls the audio between gameplay and chat. So you put it all the way forward, it's gameplay. You put it in the middle, you can hear both chat and game. And then of course, all the way to the end is just party chat. Whereas this side with the logo, it is just the volume up and down, pretty simple. And that's about it. Now in terms of the microphone, there is a mute button on the bottom, and when you press the button, a light will come on here on the mic, a little white light indicating that your mic is on and active. That is pretty cool, because on this one, I don't know if there is a light indicator for the mic. I know there is one for charging, but you can see it on your controller with the mic being off, since there is an orange light on your controller for the PS5. And I will say one negative to this is on the PS5 you can record your voice when you're doing a gameplay recording. So let's say you want to do some commentary while you're playing a game, you can record your voice on the PS5, whether you're using the headset or just the controller. This one, unfortunately, you cannot record your voice while recording gameplay, and it's not a headset issue, it's an Xbox issue that they need to fix. But here is a positive with the microphone. If you don't have any party chat going on, and you have the microphone active, you can hear your surrounding sounds, kind of like doing not noise canceling, but transparency. So, you know, let's say for example, I'm recording with a microphone for my Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. I can hear myself talking and whether or not I'm being very loud or very low. And that's an amazing feature. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn cool. Going on forward, you are able to connect this to your phone, and what it can do as a feature, which I haven't tested it myself, but if you're in a party chat and you get a phone call, this could mute the party chat and then have you talk to your phone call, and it'll also reduce the audio of your gameplay, I think by 80%. So you can still hear your game a little bit, but you'll hear the phone call. I haven't tested it because I currently don't have anyone to party chat with right now. My main contact is currently traveling, so I will hopefully test that out later on and do a YouTube short about it, possibly. So I did just test out the feature of having the headset on for the game and have someone call me so I can switch over to the phone call. It didn't switch over automatically. I had to go on my phone and tap the speaker button and put it into the headset. But when I did, it actually did not mute the game, but it lowered the volume of the game by like 80%, so I could still hear the game, and I also could hear the phone call, of course much more louder than the game itself. I was playing Riders Republic when I did it, and I could still hear the people in the game having fun and riding their bikes and snowboards and everything, and I think it's really cool that it does that. It's a really cool feature that the Xbox headset offers, in which the Sony ones don't, the PS5 ones don't, because you can't connect this to your phone or tablet or anything. So in terms of that aspect right there, Xbox got the win on that feature. Is really cool, as well as the other features that I talked about here. But back to the review and into the final verdict. Now, going on from there, as I said, yes, you can play music with the Xbox, whether you're using Spotify, if it does support it, or Apple Music, which is what I use, and it packs a punch. You're gonna hear some really cool audio, really loud audio, and even more so when gaming. I tried this with a few different games. I played WWE 2K22 with this, and it just sounds great. Just the hits and the slams on the ring, the crowd cheering, it sounds awesome. I tried it with Forza, and it sounds really good just hearing the engines. I muted the music in Forza so I can hear the cars, the engines. I tried it with Resident Evil 2, and you can just hear the creepiness of the zombies and where they are. And of course with Hogwarts Legacy, you just hear the magic around you. Now, one of the big selling points of the Sony ones is the 3D audio. Xbox can do 3D audio, but I think it's more limited to what games can do it and how they do it compared to the Sony, which is pretty much any Sony exclusive will have 3D audio. But you still get pretty good 3D audio, especially with this headset. I got that with the Hogwarts Legacy and the other games like Resident Evil as well. So on top of all that, for $100, and it is now in stock. You know, when it came out last year, it was sold out very quickly, very limited stock because of COVID. But $100 is not bad for this headset at all. I think it looks great, and I think it has a really cool features, really amazing features. But there are a couple of negatives that we have to get into, and let's start with the lesser of the evils: adjusting the size of the headset. Now, with these, you can't really adjust it to a different size physically. It's just this piece right here that will adjust based on your head size. And of course, with the Beats, while it is magnetic to snap them in, you can then adjust the size as you want. With these, you can adjust the size, but you can't adjust it when you put them on your head like the Beats, you are able to. Once these are on your head, it's gonna lock into that size, and you just have to take it off, readjust, and put it back on. Not a big issue, but it's kind of crappy compared to ones like this that can just adjust, and other headphones out there that can just adjust the size. Now, I did try using this for work. I do have to use a headset for my job, and it does work for that. But I believe with that type of connection with like a computer and Bluetooth, if you're not actively using it for a small period of time, it'll automatically disconnect. I haven't figured out how to change that, and I'm talking maybe 5 or so minutes, and it'll just automatically disconnect. I wonder if it's the same thing with a phone, so I'm gonna try that real quickly and give you a note about that right here. But the other problem, the biggest one that I found, is when you turn these on, it'll automatically turn on your Xbox, period. And you can set it up for Bluetooth to your phone and Bluetooth to your computer, and you want to turn it on to connect to that. it's still going to turn on your Xbox automatically. And I don't know if the reason why these would turn off after a few minutes would be after I turned off the Xbox, because it's no longer on, it's inactive, and it's probably going to shut down because of that. I haven't tested it yet, but I will test it and see if that's the case. I have looked online, and as of right now, Microsoft has not made any answers about if they're going to fix this issue where it automatically disconnects after a few minutes of inactivity. You take something like this, for example, it'll stay on as long as I need it to be on, and because I use this for work, it'll automatically connect to my computer first before connecting to my phone, and that's because I also have other AirPods for my phone, so I have it set up that way. And of course, this one, you might be able to use it for a computer with the USB. I haven't tested it. I'm not going to bother, because this one at least has a microphone that's going to be better for the call quality, right? So that is pretty much the main negatives of the product. And of course, with both of these, you can't fold them up and put them in a case like this one. I think a lot of headsets need to have that feature, but I guess you're not really going to be traveling with this anyway. I probably would travel with it if I'm taking my Xbox somewhere, like on a trip and I'm playing at the hotel or something, sure, but at the end of the day, I'll just bring this with me because it has a case and I can just plug it in. But that's the great thing. You could just wirelessly play this and they're good to go. I believe you can also use the microphone when you're Twitch streaming, which is great. Kind of. I wanted to use something like this one, but I need a certain setup to use it, which is OBS, and I can't use OBS because I have an M1 Mac and it's not compatible with M1 Mac. So kind of a bummer, but I don't really Twitch stream. But if you do Twitch stream and you have an M1 Mac, sorry, you're not going to be able to use something like this. But you can use this microphone to be better than using this, because this one, the microphone didn't even work for Twitch stream. And I I plugged it in and everything. Microphone didn't work, which is weird. This one, it does. So to wrap up this review, $100 automatically connects to your Xbox without any dongle, any other, crap. It does come with a USB-C cable. Unfortunately, it is a very short cable, but I do have a headphone stand that sits on top of my Mac, and it holds my PS5 headphones. They both use USB-C, so if I'm done charging this one, or I need to charge this one after, I can just unplug it and plug it into my headphones that sits right in front of my Xbox on my shelf anyway. So for me, that's a perfect setup. And you can just get a longer USB-C cable anyway. At least they didn't decide to use AA batteries for this, because you know how Xbox is with their controllers using AA batteries. But I think it's really cool features in this headphones. I think it's a really great product if you're a gamer with Xbox and you want to have really good sound quality for not a huge bank-breaking price, because $100 is not that bad for headphones compared to other ones out there. And you can do it like me and just go to Klarna or Zip or Afterpay, those kind of services. You can use that. I'm paying like $20 every 2 weeks or so until I pay it off. Not a bad trade-off, honestly. I do enjoy using these. I'm getting more use out of my Xbox now, primarily for Hogwarts, but also because of this. And my review is go out and buy it. If you have an Xbox and you want a really good headset, go out and buy this thing. It's a must-have for an Xbox owner. And that's my product review for today. I'm Anthony Olan. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time.